What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. Give you the raw content that you deservedly need. New media, nation, united. And it's a united front today. Got the OG, Coach Joe. How you doing?
I'm doing great this morning, DJ. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great as well. Good energy today. So the sun is out. But there is a conversation I want to talk to you about. Team USA. They look like a mess right now. And we had our private conversations, Coach Joe. And I want to ask you this. What's the main problem with Team USA? Why are they in disarray?
You know, DJ. First of all, I want to say good morning to the room. Good morning, fam. How you guys doing? At hashtag New Media. Appreciate you guys this morning for showing up. Those that are here, and those that will be coming as well. And DJ, I just want to echo. It's a beautiful morning. You're absolutely right. It's sunny here in Southern California. Woke up this morning to some sunny skies, DJ. Let me see. What's the brother's name that did the quarantine? DJ Nice. What'd he say? Good vibrations. Good vibrations, baby. That's good vibrations this morning. So this is a two-pronged kind of thing, DJ, for me and family. This didn't just start this year. Right. So in order to diagnose and look at what is the issue here, what's going on here, why is the American team struggling the way they are? Well, I think we got to look at it from a number of places. That surface that we always talk about and we experience together, and then what DJ and I talk about behind, underneath, about the game within the game. So first, I'm gonna start with just a little briefly to show you guys there's a history to this. Okay, the first time America has showed some chinks in their armor was in the early days when the Russians beat us. Okay, with Sabonis's dad. See, so back in the day, that was the first chink that wait a minute, America's not maybe what we are telling ourselves, exceptional, unbelievable, can't be beaten. And then we through the years we went back and forth a little bit, still doing our thing. 92 came along with the Dream Team, and then we just reasserted. They allowed NBA players to play. And then, bam, we just reasserted our dominance, blowing people out. Boom, 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 boom. But something was going on simultaneously is that America also was engaged, in my view, in bringing in foreign players so that they could institute what they really wanted, which is a takeover of who and control of who benefits and who doesn't benefit. So this USA team, I see a lot of holes in this situation. Some of them that has to do with history, and some of them have to do with the ego, the here and now pop, if you want to, for lack of a better. See, all basketball players that are experienced, all athletes that are experienced, all athletes that are talented, doesn't mean you have leadership, that you're a leader. And we're seeing that this American team is leaderless, is what they are. They're leaderless. You can see it. People want to point fingers. Who is in charge? Is it Durant? Is it Drew Holiday? Is it a Dame Dollar? I mean, who's in charge? Well, see, I see a vacuum of leadership, and I also see the game within the game, that this has been brewing for a long time. When you look at when the NBA player goes to play one of these teams, for the most part, when they look across on the other side of the floor, they see teammates, ex-teammates, NBA players as well. So this fantasy idea that other NBA players who are not cohesive, that we don't have a cohesive program here in the United States for our basketball program that shows continuity. We just bring together a collection of talent every 4 years and say, roll the ball out. Let's give you 2 weeks. Let's go, guys. Let's go dominate. Well, those days are over with, DJ.
So eloquently put. And before I go on, I want to say shout out to Macrina Daniel, Taufik, Casanova. I see you, Cass. He said, what's going up, gang? New Media Nation United. You already know what it is. Drum Keys, I see you, my brother. He said, like the stream. Also share the stream. We want this conversation to be, talked about. So Coach Joe hit it right on the nail. In today's basketball, there's no more throwing a ball on the court and you're ready to go. See, the problem with Team USA, yeah, they have alphas, but there is no leader. We don't know who's the leader. We don't know who's the main person they talk to. See, in 2008, the Redeem team, there was Kobe Bryant and Jason Kidd, who were the main leaders. This is nothing against LeBron and everybody else, but they would tell you they were the leaders. That's why they was wrecking up shop. We got to understand the difference between an alpha and a leader. Kawhi Leonard is a silent type of player, right? And he leads by example, but he's not a leader. Am I wrong for saying that, Coach Joe?
Facts.
See, that's the problem with Team USA. They have no identity leadership. And that's why these teams like Nigeria, Australia, and many others, they're taking advantage of that. The international rules are different. You guys seen LaMelo Ball play in Australia. It's physical. They're able to foul you. So a lot of players in Team USA has to get it in their mind that you're not going to get any calls. You're not going to get a special treatment. And Brother Taufik, I see I got you on. Coach Joe, you back on?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach, we got
good,
Taufik
fam?
on the line.
What's good, family?
DJ, I don't know about anybody else, but I can't hear you very well. Is everything, all the settings on your end, DJ, okay? I
Yeah,
just checked mine.
Can you hear me, Taufik, everybody?
Yeah, hold on. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but everything is low. I don't know. I'm just.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you guys are on point, cooking it up out here. But in my opinion, what's really wrong about Team USA is more than just leadership. You have to look at the coach's tactics as well. Like Popovich is supposed to be a tactician that knows what to do on the court. And this is the problem with him because he has not dealt with players that are like Hall of Famers in the first place. I even think Popovich is not a good international coach because the team has gone downhill since Coach Key retired. If you really think about it.
Yeah, good point. Coach K is showing that he was a better coach than Greg Popovich. Coach K has only lost, 5 games out of 100 plus in the Olympics? That's impressive.
It's just to tell you that all these coaches nowadays they just want to do whatever. Like this is the thing with Popovich. Like he wants to discipline players like he does in the NBA with Kawhi, and all his disciples following in like Borrego and all these guys. They don't understand that sometimes you got to learn to switch things up. That's why you see that they keep getting smacked and be losing teams at times. The only one that survived that is Mike Budenholzer.
See, for me, family, it's not when I say leadership, I'm not just talking about uh, um, the players. I'm talking about the entire American basketball setup that we have in this country. I'm talking about from the top with Colangelo, how we pick the players, what commitment we have to this team and the infrastructure of this team. See, people are pointing fingers because they're looking, because this is what human beings do. When something happens, something tragic happens, we look for automatically. The first thing many of us look for, who's responsible? Who do I blame? Who's in charge? See, but it's not so easy when you're talking about teams. And leadership is not just about outward leadership. There are leaders on the team, on teams in team sports that are quiet leaders. Kawhi Leonard, to me, is a lead by example type of leader. That's the type of leader he is. He's going to go out and put his best out. He's going to go out and put his best foot forward, and he's going to show you through his game that who the man is. But in this day and age and where we are, we need more than that. We need the undisputed leader. We need the person who we can readily identify. Who is this we readily can identify? That guy's in charge. That guy is an alpha. The leader and the alpha. See, being a leader, being an alpha, see, we confuse being an alpha with leadership. You can be an alpha and not be a leader. You can be an alpha and be and follow as well. See, it doesn't mean that because you're an alpha, that means that you automatically are a leader. That's not what that means. See, and to me, this isn't for myself. I don't see the Taufik. I hear what you're saying, and yes, coaches have to make adjustments. But this issue of FIBA basketball has existed forever, and if we remember our history, because history informs us of what today is and what tomorrow may look like. When the NBA players first started playing FIBA basketball, when the Dream Team came on, those players didn't know anything about FIBA in that way, how to play it, what more physical, not more physical, all that. They just had a huge talent advantage. So it didn't matter about no systems, no schemes, none of that. Magic, Bird, Michael Jordan, okay, said we kicking everybody's ass. Period. We don't care what system you play. We don't care about no X's and O's. When I watched Luka the other day, take his belt off and score that 48 on I can't think of the team right now. It wasn't about no schemes. It wasn't about no X's and O's per se.
Oh, you're talking about Slovenia versus Argentina, right?
Yes, Luka's the man on that team, and everybody knows he's the man on that team. He has accepted being the man on that team. He has accepted responsibility of being the man on that team, and he's leading his team. When you look across the pond at the American team, who is the leader? I hear that Kevin Durant and Bam Adebayo are fighting in practice. Okay? Kevin Durant and Bam Adebayo, I heard, are fighting in practice. Are you telling me that Bam Adebayo is on the level of a Kevin Durant? No, he's not. You think he'd be fighting LeBron James if he was there?
No, not. It won't happen.
See, because leadership is not something that someone can give you. It's something that you have or you don't have. And if you have it, those around you can see it and feel it and smell it. And they might test you, but that test doesn't last very long.
Good point, OG, because
the other thing that we can't discount, family, is we can't discount the rules of competition. When you competing against another woman, you competing against another man, you can in competition with another. Ain't no guarantees until the ball or pucks or whatever you playing with is thrown up. Ain't no paper champions. You must get your ass out on the court, the pitch, the field, whatever venue that you on, and you must perform. And you must perform now. in the moment. Not what you did in the past, not what we hope you're going to do in the future. Now.
Wow, good point. Because the problem with that kind of leadership is that they always have like USA. I've always have questionable leadership issues because if you look at when Coach K was there, everybody knows what they are gonna do. It's like the coaching itself has a leadership problem, and he does not know how to adjust his leadership in the NBA to international basketball. If you really think about it, OG.
Well, you know what? I don't disagree with that, Taufik. I can see that there's some adjustments that need to be made, you know. But Popovich has been around a long time. I am going to Occam's razor, the great philosopher from back in the day, said when you have two competing ideas and you don't know which one is true, the one that's probably true is most simple. Most simple. So the most simple explanation is Popovich, who had been around a long time and been around basketball a long time, probably knows what the system is. The difference is he doesn't have the tools that he needs.
That is true.
See,
Like
the tools,
the
and that
players don't
has to
know
do with
what role
USA
to play.
basketball. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Taufik.
The player, you can also blame the players too because everybody always look confused on the court out there. Like the game where they got smacked by France, or should we talk about the game where they got beat by my home country by 3 points? And to make matters worse, they allow 23s. There's everybody looks confused. They don't know their roles. It's like everybody wants to be the leader. Like it's the damn Charlotte Hornets all over again.
Facts. Great analogy, Taufik. That's a great analogy, Young G.
This brother said the Charlotte Hornets all over again. that was
It's the truth, DJ. Like you gotta just think about it. And start role players want to be stars, and then
oh
you
man.
have a team full of stars where everybody don't know who the leader of the locker room is.
But I'm gonna
Equals losing.
that's right. But I'm gonna say this: one of the things I'm happy about, one of the things that I love is the truth, because the truth isn't local; it's universal. It's not that I have it or someone else has it. We all have it when we tap into it. And what I love is that we're seeing it ain't just about talent when it comes to winning in team sports and winning championships. You need more than just talent.
And it's true because Kevin Durant even said it himself. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and that's the problem with them.
We got Athletic One in the building. What's good, brother?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, what's your opinion on the Team USA? What's going wrong with them?
Man, it's simple math. You guys know it. They don't have enough time to play together, man. We need an actual system. So I think we need a program where our first, second, maybe third year players really prepare for that. And they train for it. They get ready for it. And we won't lose. So those guys play together. They play professionally together. They spend a lot of time together, man. So, and that's a different game out there. The refs don't call the games the same, so we don't get those ticky-tack fouls. So it's a lot that goes into it, man. So I think we need at least a 60-day camp before they even start, all right, to make sure those guys are flowing together and put in an offense that allows us to use our athleticism, man, because we're the best athletes in the world. But if we play their game, we'll lose. That's why they got the backdoor cuts, and those rules are different because we're just better athletes.
So, what you think, Coach Joe?
DJ, give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to fix this speaker problem because I can't hear that well. I'm gonna try another source. So give me 1 second, fam.
Okay, we'll do. Yeah, that's an excellent point, Athletic One. These other countries, let's give them props. They take this seriously.
Yes, sir. It's
They
their
got
one
a
shot to
boot
beat
camp
us,
style.
man. It's their one shot to beat us. So they train 4 years to prepare for a 6-week tournament. We don't.
Right.
We prepare 2 weeks out to prepare for a 6-week tournament. You know, it
It's
doesn't matter
simple.
how the
Pride.
talent is, but exactly, you said it right.
Country
Talent
pride.
always wins when you don't work hard. I mean, the guy that's
Hard
going to
work
work
beats
hard
talent.
every time. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Every time. So,
You know what's crazy, brother Athletic? A lot of these players, they coming back from vacation and they got that vacation mindset. So when they
exactly.
get back in Team USA camp, it's like, okay, I'm just going to trust in my talent. But there's only a few players who are American-born players that understand the overseas game. And I know people are going to hate on this, but LaMelo understood that because he dealt with it in the NBL and with Lithuania. You're not going to get calls. You're going to get hand checked. There's only a few American players that get that aspect.
Exactly. Yeah, we need more aggressive players. So I just think the vibe, and we don't have MD who's the leader on that team.
Speaking of LaMelo, y'all think LaMelo should have played on that team? Because to be honest, we knew he was injured.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough
That's a
one.
tough one because those guys, some guys have have earned that right to be there. LaMelo got to put in his 3 years, and I'm sure 2024 he's in. I mean, it's not even a question. Probably him and Lonzo will be in. How dope would that be?
You back on, Coach Joe?
Okay, yeah, that's much better. I don't know what happened, but it fixed. I somehow fixed it.
Well, Coach Joe, you know how the game within the game is. When we speaking on real conversations, man, weird stuff be happening.
No, without a doubt, DJ. You know that. So I don't know if anybody brought this up. What I want to also bring into this conversation is the fact that America. See, look, there's a rule in life, and the old people used to say it this way: charity starts at home. If you don't feed yourself and your family, then don't be talking about going out feeding somebody else.
Right.
Okay, you got to
Right.
feed your own family and your own circle first. And when I look at USA basketball, I don't see us feeding our family. I see us looking to feed everybody else. And then when we look at our folk, look at us, many of us ain't got nothing to eat. And then we want to make excuses for why they ain't getting nothing to eat. We work hard enough. You know, he didn't really, he didn't really want it. Wait a minute, what? I mean, look at what happened with Drew Holiday, Middleton, and Devin Booker, who joined the team. The minute they come onto the team, here they thrown in there. Middleton thrown in there. You can see that they legs. You can see that they tired mentally. They ain't there. But what is that? That's thirsty. That's not recognizing that. Look, these brothers here, they've had a long year, an extended year. We know they want to play, but can they play? If they do play, can we manage it correctly? They're not looking at that part. See, they desperate, look, flailing, looking for some savior, looking for somebody to come help them. Ain't nobody gonna help you. See, the system is set up. When you look across the floor, and like when Taufik said about his team, we lost to Nigeria. How many NBA players are on that Nigeria team? When you look across the floor, you see
There's only 2.
Your ex-teammates. I mean, come on. If you don't have the advantage that you thought you had. This is also an arrogant. This is also an I'm entitled issue. This is also a not respecting other people issue, which is what we good at over here on this side of the pond.
Coach Joe, when they played against Nigeria in an exhibition, there were so many players looking for calls, not playing through calls. And they got to realize this is the Olympics.
So you're saying they're flopping like Harden out here, ain't it?
I'm just being real, brother.
Hey, looking for them, looking for that love, that juice, huh, DJ?
Oh yeah, they did the hand waving. Like, why you didn't call that?
Yeah, see, I see a lot of things on this team and this situation, how they brought it together. And I saw this coming a long time ago. My feeling is very clear about this. We need a mix of young and primarily young on Team USA. That's what we need here, to me, very clearly. You know, we need a system in place where it feeds, where it teaches, where there's continuity. That's what we need. This mercenary idea, just go out and hire the best guns and just go out there and handle business. Those days are over with. As it relates to basketball, as I'm watching the Olympics, me and my girls are really are enjoying it. We always enjoy the Olympics, and we're seeing a lack of dominance by the American team all around. I'll take swimming for instance. The swimming team, this year's team, 70% of the team is the first time they've ever been to the Olympics is this year, and that's why the results are uneven. See, because there are no magic wands. You can't just make it be what you want it to be because you have more money, because you have more infrastructure, because you come from a bigger country. No, it doesn't work like this. This is human beings against human beings, and nobody can measure another person's heart, another person's will, and those things matter when you're talking about competing against others, about winning championships or advancing to a higher level. These things matter greatly. And there's no entitlement. I'm sorry, go ahead, DJ.
Oh, sorry, OG. I was just reading the comments.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, Cambrio Robert said they need to play faster, get back before the defense is set, and don't play NBA defense because they aren't calling any fouls, handsy and aggressive. So Cambrio's right. They got to do what the opposing teams are doing.
No, that's a good point. They certainly have to adjust to where they are playing and adjust to the competition that they're in. That's no doubt. He's absolutely correct. But you can't paint with certain paints if you don't have those paints. You can't paint with colors if you're using a pencil. See. And that's part of the problem here. You know, and it's also showing you guys that just because someone's talented does not mean that all talent is equal. See, in the NBA, one of the things I love about how championships are determined in the NBA is that 7-game series. Because in a 7-game series, the best team, the best players overall, that's who's gonna win. Not the fanciest, not the flashiest, not the lightning strikes in the bottle, not all of that. No, the best overall, because we get a chance to really test ourselves physically and mentally against the other side through a 7-game series. And when you play somebody in a 7-game series, another team, not a one and done. See, the Phoenix Suns, if it was a one and done like the NCAA, they would have won the championship. But that's not what's happening. See, so we have to adjust. Colangelo and them, they're still trying to play off of the old model of the dream team. That's what they're doing. They have not adjusted from that a business plan. They haven't adjusted. They're still thinking that they can hit the dream team and have dream team like lightning in the bottle. And the rest of the world has caught up. Look at the NBA. The last three, what is it? Last three MVPs, guys, have been foreign-born players. Isn't that what we're looking at?
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you what the landscape is like. And if we look forward, how many more Giannis gonna win? How many more is Joker gonna win? When is Luka gonna win one? When are we gonna see American-born players win again? I mean, let's just look at the landscape. Is it gonna be KD? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think KD's on the other side. So we got to look at the young players. What young players from our side of the pond, look like they may be MVP players in the next 5 years? LaMelo, Ja Morant, Zion, Devin Booker. I mean, who?
Jason Tatum.
Do we think any of them in the next 4 years, 3 years are going to win over Giannis? Joker? See, this is a problem, guys.
Hey, Coach, I wanted to bring this up. I see what the powers that be are doing. Yes, there's some things that need to be rectified with Team USA, but all these jabs at American basketball players, they know that majority of players are black. And they're just throwing shots that they're not fundamentally sound, this or that. But the 19U team won the whole thing. 18U won. 17U won. And no one's bringing that up. All because Team USA is the top level. And just because they don't have the right players for this, the whole Olympics, now they're saying, oh, American, quote unquote, American basketball is behind. They play dumb basketball. This is what they're saying. But a lot of kids that are growing up playing in different divisions are holding their own. So what does that say?
Facts, DJ. Facts. See, they don't want us to look at the mainstream media, these corporate media. They have an agenda, and that agenda is to control the narrative, control the story, control the outcomes. See, control the conversation. We have all the talent that we need over here on this side to continue to play well. But we cannot do that if we are playing by and going by a playbook that is not in any way, shape, or form moving us in that direction. Actually trying to distract us and continue in this anti-black rhetoric. That's what I see it too, DJ.
You know what's crazy? If Steph Curry was playing in Team USA, they wouldn't lose. They're missing the point. The right players are not playing in this competition.
Facts.
They're glossing over it. They're seeing Kevin Durant and others and Bam Adebayo, and they think that, oh, this is the best what the US can do. Hell no. We know it. The viewers know it. But they're, again, playing dumb to this American town, which is majority black. It is a game within a game. They do not have me fooled whatsoever.
And see, I'm never going to blame a heap for myself. I'm never going to heap the blame on players when players have limited control in this capacity. See, this isn't to me about the players. This is about the leadership of USA basketball. You know, I watched the interview. I listened to an interview, and DJ, I think you listened to it as well, of Colangelo talking about his role in USA basketball historically. I was just blown away. On two levels by how much involvement he's had in USA basketball, but also with his arrogance that he's the only one that pretty much knows how to do this. See, because he's done it before. Well, last time I checked, when the ball gets thrown up in the air, the results are not going to depend on what happened in the past. We got to play right now.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think, let's say, the events over the last 4 or 5 years has an effect on the players wearing that uniform, wearing that USA across their chest? You think it has an effect? You think they care as much as maybe, say, the Dream Team did?
I'll answer that from my perspective. I say that's very difficult to measure, but my feeling is, without a doubt, because my time being around young players is that they get molded and formed into what they are through the whole infrastructure of basketball. When you get to that NBA level where you're making them bags, that's the culmination of a life pretty much that you've had coming up through the ranks that tells you that you are different than the rest of us.
Right.
That's what I see. It's not it's to me, it's got nothing to do with money or anything else, because Michael and Magic and all them back in the day had money too.
Right.
And they kicked ass.
Right. They played defense. They
did everything.
It was a tornado out there, man.
Yes. Hurricane.
Yes. What I should say, it was way more pride when they were playing. Like, no, we're the best. We're going to show you. It's not going to be close. And I don't think we have that same moxie when we walk on the court. It's like individual moxie. All right. I'm KD. I'm Dame Dollar. I'm this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like Kobe, it's like Kobe would take over the game in USA if they was fucking around. You know, he didn't play. He took that as an off-season workout. Like, this is how I'm gonna tune myself up for the season. So he took that very serious. I don't see that same leadership out there.
And you know what? That's a great point, my brother. I totally agree with you and see that as well. And again, I'm glad that those who are watching this, because there's two issues you just brought up. One is about patriotism, and I believe, and I'm going to address that one in a second. But the first one I want to address is your first point, which is want to and will, and whether they want to. I think they do want to. Okay, I think they do have pride. Okay, but the difference is that if you don't have the talent, okay, if you don't have the cohesion, if you don't have the continuity, you can't create it with a magic wand.
Right. Right.
Number two, nobody has been more patriotic in the United States of America than black people, than our people.
Talk to him, Coach.
Nobody.
Thank you.
Nobody.
Hey, my dad fought and died for this country, man.
That's right. We fought in every war here, not because they were treating us as equals, because we believed that we were equals and we wanted them to change their ways.
Yes.
See, starting with the Civil War.
Yes.
Starting from that time, way back in that day. The reason America is a democracy is because of us.
Right.
So I believe nothing that the patriotism. And if you ask most of those brothers, if you just give them a little a survey, and it's anonymous, and you ask them about their patriotism and what they want to move in, because remember, guys, what we're talking about here, we're talking about people who have means.
Yes.
Okay. Charles Barkley is a classic example, guys, of what we're talking about. He never won nothing, but he is so comfortable being that pig and slop, being preferred class, standing out because of his celebrity and his money, and what that celebrity and money means in this culture. He loves it to eat off of it and get clout off of it and bask and wallow in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, patriotism. I don't think
and talk about his own people too, though. You know,
without a doubt. Because
on national TV and laugh and giggle and like the shit's funny.
That's right. Because the system has put him on a pedestal.
Right.
And he's accepted it. Yeah, I'm it. Yeah, I'm the man.
Anytime your favorite place to visit is Phoenix, Arizona, that says a lot.
Woo!
Bars. Oh man.
Ding ding.
Athletic. I'll say this. A lot of players, let's be honest, don't have this quote unquote perceived patriotism because of what America has been dealing with a couple of years, even before that. But it's at a breaking point where people are aware. The problem is, it's not even that, just that. Players back in the day, when they are faced the challenge, it was like, it's go time. You're not about to embarrass me in my name in front of national television name.
Yes.
Your name is the most important thing to keep. And today's players, they don't see that. For some reason, that's the difference.
You don't. You guys think it starts at the AAU level, where it's a lot of individual play?
No, I don't. I think it starts with Kanye said. They made us love their wealth and hate ourselves.
Oh.
That's what it is.
And you know what, Coach Joe? I disagree with Charles Barkley a lot. But one thing I agree with when they had a press conference and he was like, I ain't about to let no dude from Angola embarrass me. You remember that?
Yeah,
I ain't about to let no dude in Angola embarrass me.
I do.
Saying I'm about to wreck shop. See, that's what they're missing.
Yeah.
See, but this is the thing this is why Charles, to me, guys, thank you, DJ, for bringing it up, because that's a great teaching tool right now for us. That's why Charles Barkley and that attitude that he espoused. I'm not talking about I'm not going to lose to Angola. I'm talking about just what we're speaking about with Charles. He's what I call a broken record. Right 2 times in a day, but we don't use that to keep time. Because what he was espousing is an attitude that we Americans had. And particularly us blacks had when it came to challenging our manhood. That's what it was about. And he didn't even recognize it.
Right.
He thought this was something that America gave him. He didn't realize he got that from growing up in Leeds, Alabama, being nothing as growing up in the mud. He didn't realize that. That fight came from there, Charles. He think it came from the clout and all of the pats on the back. No, it came from that growing up with no daddy, growing up with your mama and your grandmama. It grew up with feeling like a target. That's what it came from. Then now I finally have some say, and I'm a big man now. I'm a grown up now. Now I'm getting ready to wreck house.
Oh boy, talk to him, Coach. And before I go in, I want to say shout out to Claudia Portia Taylor, and make sure you subscribe to her channel, Ball Out. Subscribe to her channel. Shout out to Rave Kingdom, Jay Strokes. Subscribe to his channel, Ant Learn. He said something funny. Look at this, Coach. Ant Learn. Shout out to Ant Learn. Shout out to you, Coach. He says Gordon Hayward, Tyler Hero should be on that team. LOL. The American dream.
Don't forget Duncan Robinson.
Oh yeah, Duncan Robinson. Oh man.
from Williams College. What is that? Williams? What is that? Williams? You know, it's amazing. Some people can come from some of these small, obscure places, and it's like, whoa, look at this journey. And others is like, well, wait a minute. They don't have no talent over there.
Hey, Coach Joe, them coaches be like, once you go white, everything's all right.
Well, I mean, hey, look, they tried to do that with Kevin Love, didn't they? Didn't they
Oh,
do
yeah.
that with putting Kevin Love on that team? Had no business being on that team.
Uh-huh.
And you think that the other players looked at that and didn't know that? Didn't say, what the hell is this about? Believe you me, they did.
Athletic One, what you think about that when they had Kevin Love on there? He dropped out of there. I knew that was going to happen. But when they added Kevin Love.
That was I mean, that was obvious. It was obvious. You know what I mean? They should have. I mean, low key, man, you know, those guys didn't have a problem when John Stockton and Larry Bird was on the squad because you know what? They bring their hard hat to practice. Nobody was going to outwork John Stockton. Nobody was going to outwork Larry Bird. So those spots were earned. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man. To me, they can shut down everything, all this, you know, the narrative trying to be placed on them by just winning. And they can just get in the room by themselves, all 14 of them, and say, we're not going to lose no more. And they have the talent to literally say, we're not going to lose no more. We're going to play defense. I'm going to shut him down. They can do it. It's just a matter of it's a different mental, man. And I don't get it why they can't turn that switch on, because I remember Kobe, they almost lost the game. And Kobe's like, no, literally 4 games in a row. He just took over the whole situation. So they don't have nobody like that to be like, all right, pride in the name on the back of my jersey. You know, if that's the case, whatever name is on the back of your jersey, Durant, Dollar, whatever it is, you play for that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well, but
it's
you know
frustrating because no matter what, we can say those guys are catching up. That's a fucking excuse. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That's an excuse.
No. My brother, you know? I think I hear what you're saying, my brother. I think we want to expand that a little bit more. Yeah. It's got to be pride in self.
Yeah.
Like what DJ said, Charles Barkley said a long time ago, I ain't losing to no goddamn Angola.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Wait a minute. That didn't have nothing to do with no jersey, no name, on none of it. That had to do with how he felt inside.
Right.
And that's what's missing.
Right.
See, they had a lot of leaders on that team. Magic was a leader. Bird was a leader. Barkley led in his way. Jordan obviously was a leader. I mean, there was leaders of Karma, and there was leaders on that dream team all over the place. They didn't. That's why Reggie Miller said to this day, the best game he ever played was a practice in that dream team.
In that dream team, yep, exactly. I watched the video of it.
Shoot,
yep. The greatest, and Magic Johnson said the greatest move he ever seen was in that game, Jordan.
That's right.
Yep.
See, because on that floor, you had a whole lot of dudes. Everybody on that floor was like, dude, you ain't beating me.
Yep.
You ain't getting the best of me.
Didn't they start the game? They was playing to like 11. They started the game at 10 to 10. Something like
Hey, going back to Kevin Love, you know where he's at, Athletic and Coach Joe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's in the upper room.
Yes, he's in the upper room.
When Jesus comes, he's in the upper room, man. He's gone, man.
and there's talk of them talking about trying to move that albatross around their neck. Can we move? Can we move him on? Man, please, no. You're gonna eat that money.
Man, I wouldn't trade for Kevin Love for a bag of pork rinds. Oh Lord, man, we got to have you on more, Athletic One. You know your basketball.
Man, I'm just an athlete, man. I love sports. I love athletics, man. I love everything. I just love what goes into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got lucky. I got blessed, man. I got drafted. I played 5 years in the NFL. So those lessons and everything that I learned through that trials and tribulations getting there, man, how to look after the person next to you, how to really care, have somebody's back, work hard, work harder than the person next to you. You know what I mean? Just all those things. Prepare. Always be prepared.
And my brother, can I add something for you as an OG, my brother?
Yes,
it's
sir.
not because you athletic, my brother. It's because you competitive.
Yes.
You know that. Everybody
yes,
was athletic.
Like
Everybody was athletic. The difference is what was in your heart. Was your heart pumping blood or Kool-Aid?
Yep, it's like you said about Charles Barkley. I was great. Same thing with me, man. I grew up in a situation, man, where it was 50-50. I made it to school. It didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just
right.
I had to walk to school with my cleats on my backpack and my football hanging out, so they knew I was an athlete. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I wasn't on that bull, So that walk from school and back made me mad because I'm like, man, I'm getting out of here. Like I have to do something about this. I gotta get my mom's up. So those things drove me. So I really felt when you said that. It's not, that's why I said the name on the back of your jersey, because that's honestly your mama is who you playing for. Your family.
Yes.
And, everything else just added to it.
But my brother, if you remember though, when the going got real tough, all right, and you started moving up, and you know how rarefied that area is when you start moving up.
Yeah.
You better not be thinking about just your mama. You better be thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
And you better be thinking about on the other side, I'm kicking his ass.
Yes. That's what it comes down to, is him or me.
That's what it comes down to.
It comes down to him or me. You right.
Him or me, man. And that's the moment, my brother, that you're talking about right now that we don't see. We don't see that moment from these dudes, that thing that's on the inside. And I get where you coming from, what you saying. Mm-hmm. That's why it's so fire.
Mm-hmm.
See, and what I'm saying is I see it too, but I see it differently from this respect, because USA basketball, the system, my brother, that they in has turned that off and turned that.
Right. Because those guys, like, what did Jordan say? He said, I don't measure a player till after you get paid.
Oh,
That's what MJ said. He said, I don't even measure a player till after you get paid.
The bars are released. The bars are released.
I mean, I sat back when he said that, and that's facts, right? Because now those guys, everything is taken care of. Mama, everything. I'm set. Now the work begins. Facts. Now, do you see yourself as an all-star? Do you see yourself as an all-defensive guy? If you don't see those things, it ain't coming.
That's right.
That's why I respect, to bring it full circle back to Lonzo, because he sees something, right? He's improved every year. He had to put the time in. I got to change my shot. That's seeing something. I want to be something. I want to be more than just a basketball player and have this money. That's what it has to be. That's why I only think 1 out of 100 is that guy, because we only see that attitude once every 10 years.
Woo, my brother, you hitting the nail, brother. You hitting it. I'm loving it. That's exactly right. And that's that thing we talk about that pumps in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that can't be measured. The only thing we can do to see it is how it is expressed when you get out there on that pitch, on that field, on that court.
Exactly. And that's why the debate between Jordan and LeBron is so intense, because LeBron's going to have way more money numbers than Jordan. But when those guys talking about, I can't explain it, Jordan had that thing. That's what they're talking about.
That's
Jordan,
right.
And Jordan wouldn't, he's not going to take a series off. He's not going to take a game off. He's not going to take a possession off. That's why he never faced a game 7. So those things come from inside, man. And
because what happens, my brother, and you can speak to this. I want you to speak to this, my brother, because having you here, where you made it to the top echelon of professional sports, you can speak to this and from a personal experience, and we need to hear this. New media needs to hear this. Okay, and that's this, my brother. That intangible that exists that we can't measure. You have it or you don't.
Yes,
speak to that.
I can speak to a personal experience. I played with a guy. I was lucky enough my rookie year, Steve McNair. I don't know if you guys remember him or heard of him.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
All right. He was already a superstar when I I walked into, the locker room. I'm fresh out of Colorado State, eyes wide open. I'm like, man, I'm here now. Like, what is going on? I'm Eddie George, and I'm like, whoa, this shit's crazy. And first day of practice, the first, my locker was like 3 lockers down from him. He just walked over, man, shook his hand, very humble, and boom, as soon as we hit those lines, man, it was work. It was focus. And he treated the last man on the team to the best man on the team the same way. And he expected you to be on top of your shit. So the difference, man, it was like those guys are playing for their daughter, their son, their mom. It's a difference. So practice is different every play, every rep. I can't run a yard. I can't run my route 1 yard short. If I do, pull me to the side. Hey, man, I need you there at fucking 10, not at 9.5, not at 9 3/4, at 10.
Facts.
So, everything, those little intricacies, staying after practice 30 minutes. So those guys seeing you catch your extra routes and catch extra balls, that plays into the locker room, like earning respect from your teammates. Like, those things should be the most important. But if I got 30 mil in the bank, do I really care? Am I really tripping?
Wait a minute, hold on, my brother. Don't pivot yet. Don't pivot yet, because let's stay on that. Let's stay on that line you just said, because that's so important, right?
Right.
Steve McNair had money. It didn't matter, did it?
It didn't matter, man. He wanted to win, and it was every day, every play, every rep.
And that, my brother, is greatness, and that's what we got to acknowledge has to be present.
Yes.
And it don't matter whether or not you got 30 million or no money.
Nope.
I'm kicking your ass. I'm giving you my best.
Yes.
Because that's me. That's how I feel about this situation.
Man, I seen that dude take some shots from Ray Lewis right in the chin. Right? Get up, tap Ray Lewis on the ass and say, bring it again.
Bring it again.
That was from inside, right? That's so the guys on the sideline see that, you want to run through a brick wall for the guy.
Facts.
You want to run through a brick wall for the guy. Like, what you need, bro? Like,
okay.
You now, running way across from the other side of the field to get a block if he running. You want
that's right. So now, my brother, let's extrapolate that out to this team. Who on this team you think the other teammates gonna run through the wall for? Who?
That's nobody's showing that, right? You have to show it.
Thank you. There we go.
Who's in practice is running sprints? Like, man, why does this dude running so hard? Be that guy. It's nothing wrong with. I was that guy. I was that guy when I stepped on. Man, why you going so hard? Homie, I don't know you. I'm trying to start. You know what I mean? So. It's literally, it's 1 out of 100, right? Who's running? Who's doing the extra work and not being buddy and let's go play PlayStation? Who's the only one in the gym? Who's the first one there? What did D Wade say when he was his first Olympics with Kobe? Kobe was at the gym at 3:00 in the morning. D Wade walking at 5. He thought he'd be the first one. Kobe already drenched sweat walking out. He was like, damn, I need to get on his program.
Facts. See, so, and I'm gonna show you guys how this translates to all stories about greatness. Okay, I remember having a conversation with the great jazz brother
John Stockton. Oh, never mind.
Herbie Hancock. Okay, some years ago when I was working in a different field, and I remember talking to Herbie, and I said, Herbie, you played with Miles, didn't you? Miles Davis, I'm talking about. I said, what was that like? And this is what he told me, my brother. And you're just gonna resonate so heavily with you. He said, when you went in the studio with Miles' attitude was, you better come prepared, and when it's your time to play, you better put on a show. Okay, I'm gonna give you the space, the time, the platform, and everything to do your thing. But if you don't bring it, you out of here. So everybody, when they went in that studio, and when Miles play his part, when it's time for Hubie do yours, brother, you better bring it. And he ain't gonna tell you what to bring. He's just telling you to bring it. Bring you.
Right.
And if you can't bring you and you don't know you, then you in the wrong place, buddy.
Yes, sir.
What you see on that, my brother?
He's honestly, I just tell him, saying like, you have to see yourself there. It's like manifesting, right? It's not like, it is manifesting.
It is.
All right. So my problem was I saw myself killing in high school. I saw myself killing in college. Like I saw myself. I said, I'm getting drafted. I'm getting drafted. That was my number one goal. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. But the problem is I didn't see myself as all pro. I didn't look that far into the future, right? My whole focus was getting drafted. And once I got there, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? So it's seeing yourself 10 years ahead. Like, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be this. And that's what I think those guys trying to say, man. I'll never forget what Kobe said is how he started, right? He said he was like the 300th ranked player in the world, right? And he looked at the number one guy and he said, if I train 3 times a day for the next year, I'll catch up because they're training once a day. So they're once to my 3, they're 2 to my 6, they're 3 to my 9. Over a year, he's caught up, right?
Facts.
It's just hard work.
Facts.
Like, who thinks like that now, right? So that's why I said that's why we have generational talent. It's not the fact that those guys can't be. We don't have a guy comes out 3 or 4 or 5, 10 guys come out every year. It's just one guy every 10 years has that mentality.
Facts. Woo! Yes, my brother. That's what I'm talking about. Woo!
Man. This is why I love bringing different people on. And Athletic One, man, I see you at Flight Sports TV. Shout out to Flight. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Yep.
And you always be on it, man. My boy Casanova, shout out to Cass. He says Athletic spits facts on every stream he's on. That is the truth.
Good luck. Good luck.
But see, because what this brother is sharing with y'all, and this is a blessing, is he's sharing what's on the surface and what's what me and DJ always talk about. What's the game within the game.
Mm-hmm.
But what will shield you, what will mitigate you, is your heart.
Yes.
See, your heart. See, Kobe's heart didn't pump Kool-Aid, so that is where his work ethic came from. Kobe wanted to be great, and he believed he was great.
Yes, he really believed he was better than Jordan.
That's right.
Asked him, yeah, I'm better than Jordan. He really believed that. You couldn't tell him no different.
Facts, he did. And for those on the channel know that I knew Kobe and worked him out in the early days. Oh. And I know that to be true.
Yeah. Sure did. Hey, Coach Joe, I was watching a Shea Cotton. For those who are listening, Shea Cotton is like the high school legend. If there was a high school Hall of Fame, Shea Cotton be number 1 probably.
Facts.
He was that dude. Yep. One of them. He was the original man child. Imagine LeBron James before Zion, had a 3-point shot, had everything.
Man.
And there was this time where Kobe played against him and he outdueled Kobe. And they showed the film and everything. It showed how hard Kobe had to work to surpass a guy like Manchild at that time.
Yep.
You would have to go above and beyond. That's how hard Kobe had to work.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
That's determination. And a guy like Kevin Love, I'm not trying to get on this guy, but he doesn't have that. See, we were bringing up other white guys, John Stockton, Larry Bird. They got that killer in them.
Yes.
If they were playing in this Olympics, you won't see them shaking anybody's hand, being buddy-buddy. Mm-mm. They're attacking. That's the difference.
Yeah, we'll have a drink after the game, but right now, oh man, nah. No, I don't even know you
at all. Athletic, my brother, at all.
I don't know, dog.
At all, I don't know you at all.
I don't know you.
Wait a minute. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Who is you?
Oh, shit.
Right?
You know. See, so for me, I can't. DJ, I hear what you're saying. I can't bang on Kevin because you can't be what you ain't.
Right.
You know
Right.
what?
I
You
do
know,
see that point.
Athletic just pointed out. The brother just pointed out Steve McNair. Okay, Steve McNair was a country boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he didn't grow up in the big cities. He didn't grow up around a whole bunch of folk that with names and all that. He didn't come from the highlight. No,
He went
came
to
from the mud,
he
back road.
went to McNeese State.
Thank you, back road.
Back
Okay,
road.
but
So
he had that in him, which we have in us. Okay, and he was like, "No, dude, this ain't going like this, brother. No, this ain't going like this."
Athletic. McNair went to Alcorn. Shout out to
Alcorn State.
Alcorn.
Yeah, my
I
bad.
got some
Alcorn
swag
State.
buddies.
Yeah, Alcorn
he
State.
went to Alcorn. My bad.
No, it's all good. You know how the swag is. They come up in there. He went to Alcorn.
Well, as they should.
Yeah.
Shout out to HBCUs out there.
Yeah, he did his thing, man.
Man.
But that's an example of manifesting. You can tell him nothing. I don't care what school I go to. I'm there, and I'm gonna be great at what I'm about to do.
I'm gonna be elite amongst my peers.
Exactly.
And to me, that is not. There is a magic to that exists, and to me, and I've seen it over and over by certain individuals. And if you either have it or you don't have it.
My mom said it's like cologne.
That's right.
You can spray it on, that shit gonna wear off. It got to be inside you. It got to be inside you, Darren. That's exactly what she said.
That's right. Especially if you're spraying it on.
You spraying it on, it's only gonna last for an hour or two. That shit.
Shout out to Mama. Shout out to Mama, man.
That Mama's cooking right there. That's what it is, huh?
Yeah.
Also,
shout out to Kwame. If I don't want to take his, shout out to Kwame. I want to take his shit.
Shout out to that brother. Shout out to J&J Video. She said, shout out to you guys. You're cooking. Thank you, my sister. And subscribe to J&J Video's channel. She talks about the Ball family, sports. Great person. And she definitely knows how to edit. She has those editing skills.
Hello, J&J. How you doing, my sister?
Coach Joe, one thing I wanted to talk about as well is Lonzo. The Pelicans have made a couple moves, Coach, as well as Athletic. I had a dream that Lonzo, and I hope this doesn't happen, that Lonzo was going to still play for the Pelicans.
Wow.
And it felt real. I was like, oh, I hope this doesn't happen.
But look at the mechanics of everything now, right? So, and I'm speaking hypothetically, you know what I mean?
Right.
And me on outside looking in, kind of knowing how that inner stuff works. All right. So it's either two ways. Kyle Lowry wants 25 to 30 million.
Yep.
All right. So, and that those guys are in Kyle Lowry's top four because, they're going to give him the bag. And Kyle Lowry won his championship literally since the last 2 years. He's looking for the bag. All right. He's retired. This is to take care of his grandkids. That's what he's doing right now. He's taking care of generational wealth. All right. So you can look at it that way, or you can look at it as, okay, all right, let's re-sign Lonzo to keep Zion happy. All right. We got those we got both those contracts out of there, both those guys that needed to go. What's his name? Swole Cat and Big Adams, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they got those guys out. They cleared up a lot of room to bring in. So they can pay Zoe and re-sign Josh and bring it back that way. But I just think they cleared up that money to bring in Kyle Lowry. That's what I think.
Well, me. I like what you said, Athletic, about highlighting that inner. And I am now shifting with Lonzo. Right. Lonzo, to me, is on his second contract, getting ready to be on his second contract. That inner should start kicking in. As Athletic pointed out, it has kicked in.
Yep.
I want to see now what he decides, because look, the truth is this: Zoe ain't going nowhere he don't want to go.
Yes, sir.
He ain't going nowhere he don't want to go.
Y'all heard it first.
If his people tell New Orleans, you can sign us, but we are going to demand to be out of here.
Right.
They are not signing it.
Right.
Simple. If whoever it wants, wherever Zoe will determine where Zoe goes, because not only that, the market right now is a Zoe's market right now.
And the reason why I think he signed with Clutch, because he's done with them having the power over him.
Facts.
You're gonna trade me here. You're gonna trade me where a place I don't want to go. Zoe's done with that. Zoe's done.
Facts.
Zoe, and that's why I'm saying, like, everybody wants me to go to Charlotte and they can play together. There's gonna be good chemistry. To me, he's the oldest brother, and they're trying to do things, man. This family's trying to do bigger things than basketball. So let that young man go be himself, go have his own team and get his bag. They can meet up 3-4 years away from now when they all have the power to do their own thing. And Jello's proved himself by his own merit. All right. So to me, that's a power move as a family. Let that young man go do his thing, be a point guard, run a team, and get his own bag.
I love that.
Because he's a winning player, man. He'll make the playoffs. If he has a team and some guys around him, he's a winning player. He doesn't mind deferring to the superstar, quote unquote, whoever that may be. Like, man, yeah.
What do y'all think about Lonzo to Chicago?
I love it. I love it. To see, I think this Olympic experience will help Zach and move Zach, improve Zach's mentally and move Zach up a little bit more, because as athletic will attest to, the biggest intangible that you need in professional sports that you have to maintain, that's most difficult to maintain, is confidence.
Yes.
Confidence is a bitch. Okay, because she can ride with you high and then leave your ass in the lurch, boy, too.
Yep.
And you can and you have no idea what the hell happened. So confidence is very, 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 very important. So to me, it's about that. It's about taking that next step in that way.
Yes.
And so I'm starting to see confident moves. That's what that means. From Zoe, Jello to me, and I love that point. When in 3 to 4 years, they will be different brothers than they are now.
Grown.
And to me, they will be ready then. Okay, to take that mantle the way it is.
Exactly.
That's what I see. So I would love to see him in Chicago because I think it's going to be an improved Zach Randolph. Zach Levine, a big backcourt. That team is a big team now. Lonzo will improve them defensively. He'll get everybody involved, like we said. He'll help improve people's game and their usage rate by sharing with them. So I think I love that. I love that.
Also, oh, sorry about that, Athletic. I was pointed out, Claudia, if you're still in the chat, can you send your link to the chat so I can share it with all the subs? What you say, Athletic?
I want to say, I was thinking about that Charlotte deal, to go back to them. I don't want nobody to jump down my head, especially when we get on Fly Sports. They're gonna jump on my head. I want to clear that up. To me, if that backcourt, if it was LaMelo and Lonzo as a backcourt, that'd be tough to do. I mean, nobody who can guard them, right? You got 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8". That'd be a tough backcourt. It's just being able to build around those guys and do it, do it in a way that those guys are just on the team together, but they're on the team and they're winning, going to the playoffs and being a mainstay in the Eastern Conference. That's what I want. I just don't want them to be on the team just to be on the team. That's what I'm saying.
Facts.
But with the Chicago Bulls, I mean, of course, man, him and Zach, that'd be a show. It'd be shit. That'd be a show. That'd be a high flying lob show.
Oh yes, it would.
And Patrick Williams, he's a high flyer as well. So it'd be
Facts.
Lob City. That would be a good look. But you say New York, plug him in there. He'll speed up that team and make them better. You put him in Denver, man, he'll make that team better. It's just wherever that guy goes, because he's a rarity, right? I think Lonzo has created his own position. That 3-and-D low key has made him a more valuable player because now he could play off the ball comfortably. I could sit in the corner and shoot 45% from each corner, which was what, third highest in the league. And then boom, now I can work around the other way. Oh, you want me to run the team? I can run the team. He can play 40 minutes because now he can play either off the ball or on the ball. So he's created a new position.
So what it comes down to, for what I hear you saying, my brother, it comes down to fit and who wants him. I want Lonzo to go the way DJ says all the time on new media. Shout out to President DJ. Go with who wants you.
Yep.
That's why I want Zoe to go. I want him to go where the organization wants him and will embrace him. That's what
here's the keys.
Yep, here's the keys.
And everybody else knows it.
Because Zoe is in the 94th percentile of point guards when he has the ball in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no doubt what his efficiency rate, what he looks like as a point guard with the ball in his hands.
What they say, what Magic and LeBron say, when Zoe has the ball has energy.
It has energy. That's right. And it does have energy. This is awesome, DJ, today, brother. We cooking it, brother. This has been a great
awesome. This is man, it's good to be back doing these streams. I'm gonna do more streams like we did back then. There have been a lot of people saying, well, if Zoe goes to Chicago, what about depth? I think they could find some key role players. That's all they will need. The starters are good. Patrick Williams, Zach LaVine. People get on Vucevic by not being a great defender. But I think Zoe can help cover that up. Look what Zoe did with the Pelicans. He helped cover some of the worst defense around the NBA with the Pelicans.
And the thing is, with defense, is effort, right?
Right.
It's effort. It's not. It's I mean, if you have slow feet, that's a deficiency. You probably have, it's gonna be tough to get over. But you in the NBA, you could play defense. Like Vucevic got feet. It's not like he doesn't have feet. That dude got some athletic skills. Like he got footwork. You know what I mean? So I think plugging in Zoe and them seeing how hard Zoe plays on defense, because it's all guys follow, man. Right? And Zoe's not a talker. He does by example. So that's the best leader to me. When a guy goes out there and just does it, you fall in line. All right. So I just think they need a guy that's going to show them how to play. And it's just effort, man.
Well, I hear what you're saying, my brother, and I agree with you. I want to add to it. Effort is definitely effort, but it's also scheme. We saw that with Phoenix. Right. We saw that with Phoenix and Milwaukee. Right. When teams beat Giannis and them in the past, what did they do? They built a wall, a team wall. Okay, what did Phoenix do? They left Ayton on an island. Okay, for Greek to go downhill on him all that goddamn series. So
right.
So that the team abandoned him. Okay, so Lonzo, if they can create effort and the right scheme, they could do well. But are we really talking about here Lonzo going to Chicago and then being championship? I don't know if I'm talking about that.
Exactly. And that's where I think he's looking at too. I want to win a chip. Is Zach LaVine gonna stay? Is Zach LaVine gonna resign? That's another something that Clutch is probably talking to Zach about, bro. What's your plans?
Well, Zoe has been, if I'm not mistaken, DJ, hasn't Zoe been on social media basically low-key showing everybody he's with the Bulls by wearing all these Bulls colors?
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that. Also, they did this thing where they had to pass it to another player they're cool with, and he did it with Zach LaVine. The signs are there. Bulls fans also from all message boards have been the most people asking for Lonzo, because they know if you put Lonzo with LaVine, it will also help grow the potential of Patrick Williams, who I think will be an all-star one day.
Yeah, they wanted to trade up to draft him too.
Right.
So they loved him in the draft. Billy Donovan absolutely loves him. So Billy Donovan would give him the keys. He likes playing fast. That's Billy Donovan's style since Florida. So
there you go. That's a fit.
Yeah.
No one can say that's not a fit. That's why I would love for Zoe to play for the Bulls. If Zoe hypothetically played for the Hornets, hey, anywhere better than the Pelicans, I'm cool with that. I'll let y'all know firsthand. I don't want to see that mess again. Point Zion.
I think that relationship with David Griffith is not repairable. I think it's over.
Oh, you're right on that.
I think David Griffith spoke on him too much. Called him. Once you call a player, I know I'm in the locker room. I'm a player. My general manager says he's a what did he call him?
He said something as a role player.
A role, yeah, like a role player in on a playoff team. Oh, I'm like, oh, bro, okay, that's what you look at me. So I can't play for him anymore because no matter what I do, that's how that dude's gonna look at me. So yeah, that relationship is over, and I'm sure Clutch Sports has had a conversation with him on the phone. Many of them right now, and they know how the relationship is right now.
But I got to bring this one in as well, though. We got to bring this one in. That's the money aspect. The Pelicans can match any offer that anybody. They can pay Zoe the most money. So we have to acknowledge that elephant in the room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we also have to acknowledge the elephant in the room of that existed. That is better sometimes to know the enemy that you with than to not know the stranger that you're getting ready to go see.
You're right about that one.
See, so he knows what he's getting in the Pelicans. He's got a relationship with the main dudes on that team, clearly, Brandon and Zion, and Zoe carved out that third. He was the third wheel. He was the third option on that team. So those are known things. Anywhere else that he goes are going to be unknown things they're going to have to work out. So that factors in too. So DJ, that's why when you said you had a dream, I just said, okay, because it certainly can happen. It's not outside of the realm. And we know that Zoe also is, out of all the brothers, is a caretaker like that. I think it matters to him on some level that Zion likes, that they have a great relationship, that him and B.I. have a great relationship. I think that matters to Zoe.
I think the only way that would work is if they had to sit down and say, Zoe, you're point guard.
Yes.
It would have to be a sit down before I sign this contract, before we move. I'm the point guard. I'm running the show. I'm not going to sit in the corner and shoot 10 threes a game. No, I want to wiggle. I want to run the show. I want 13 assists. The dude has 17 assists from a 3-and-D position, man.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
wow.
The team, like, and Zion and B.I. said the team offense runs better when Zoe's at point guard.
But my brother, also you hitting on some points, but we got to also remember too that if they do re-sign, if they do match the offer, they clearly gonna have to move Alexander Walker. Okay,
I hear what you're saying.
See, they gonna clearly have to move him because they can't keep him and Kieran Lewis. They're going to keep Kieran Lewis because he's on that rookie deal. Okay, right. So financially he makes sense, but Walker doesn't make sense because he's gonna be coming up. So you can't pay Zoe, you can't pay Zion. You already didn't pay Brandon. So if they pay Zoe, that will signal to me that they are committing to Zoe. Because then the money makes sense.
Yeah.
And
they
can resign. Money's got to make sense.
I think Josh Hart is kind of I think Zoe and B.I. and Zion want Josh Hart back as well.
Yeah, that might be tough.
Because Josh Hart gonna get 15.
Yeah, and that might be tough because paying Lonzo 20 over 20 or 20 or over, and then paying Josh Hart 15, 14,
Right.
15. That's I don't know the New Orleans can do that.
Can
I
do
don't
that.
think they
Right?
can. Because Zion's coming up in a year, 2 years, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. So you gonna sign Hart to what, a 1 year, 2 year deal? You gonna sign Zoe's gonna accept a 1 or 2 year deal? I don't know. I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
But if
I
they
think
bring in Kyle Lowry for a 2 year, $30 million, he out of there.
yes, that's a, but you still have that that Walker issue that you got to deal with, because I think he's up next year.
Speaking of Josh Hart, I think he will go to a contender. There's a lot of contenders that will use a Josh Hart. He could rebound really well for a guard.
Man, he's a championship. Now he is a championship rotational piece.
Yes, he is.
Facts.
He gonna give you 10 and 10 and hard defense every game.
Facts.
Period.
I love Josh. Facts.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a market. So to me, everything is going to we're going to see really early on, because either the Pelicans are going to signal that they want Zoe, like the nightmare that DJ had, or
it was a nightmare.
Yeah, or they're going to do something. They're going to say no.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I think whoever the first domino that fall, I think it's gonna be a rush after that.
Facts.
So whoever the first point guard that go down, it's guys trying to get where they want to be.
Facts are facts. I couldn't agree more.
There was a question that Taufik said about the Bulls, Lonzo, if he goes to the Bulls. He said, Chicago wants Lonzo badly, but my question is, who is the leader of the locker room there, and will Lonzo be allowed to do that to do what he was drafted for? That's a good thing to have. That's a good problem to have. I'll tell you why. If Lonzo goes to the Bulls and he's given the keys to be the point guard, then you will see leadership grow on him, because he'll realize, hey, I got a responsibility to make the Bulls into a perennial playoff team. I won't say contender, because they got a lot more needs to get. But if he could go to Chicago and get them to the playoffs, that's a big accomplishment on Lonzo's resume.
I like that, DJ. I can see a lot of wisdom in that.
They're a playoff team in the East. If Zoe goes there with Vucevic, Zach LaVine, and Zoe, and Patrick Williams, they're a playoff team. They're top 8 seed.
Athletic, you got to look at it. It's been shifted a bit in the East. It's a little bit different now in the East.
I'm thinking from 4 down. From four down. You know the top 4 seeds. You know who that's going to be pretty much in the East. But from 4 to 8, from 5 to 8, it's free. It's open. It could be Indiana. It can be interchangeable. Anybody from 5 to 8.
Yeah, that 5 to 8 in the East is going to be
tough.
Yeah, tough. It is. Any team, one of those teams you name, even Indiana, no matter what people say about Rick Carlisle, he's a good X's and O's coach, and he should do well with the Pacers. I don't think they'll be out coached.
Without a doubt.
Games.
Without a doubt.
Nah, they're going to be tough to beat.
He knows how to manage an NBA roster. As a former player as well, he knows how to manage an NBA roster. Yeah. And I'm pumped for Rick Carlisle saying with that Luka situation, I've been around long enough to know that this ain't gonna go well. Let me go ahead and get out of here.
Right.
Maturity.
Yep. And understanding the lay of the land, because he been there.
Yeah, he was honest with himself. He was telling himself, hey, I'm not going to have fun as a coach if I'm not able to do what I want to do.
Facts. And also, if I don't have a relationship with the franchise player, I know this ain't going to end with.
Yeah.
It's that simple, and that's why we see deep. That's why we see Borregos change his stripes so quickly and so strongly and adamantly now.
Right.
You know, that's why, because he recognized when Melo won that Rookie of the Year, that was a come to Jesus moment for that dude, boy. You can believe that.
Right.
He's like, let me get Jello on.
Yes,
I want LaMelo on my good side.
yes, and even Mitch Kupchak on your video, DJ, where you know he's doing what Jello's doing well in practice. He's really doing well. Hey, he's exceeding our expectations. You're right. You're right. I
Coach
bet he
Joe,
is.
it's funny. I listened to the Mitch Kupchak press conference, and not only me, but a couple of our subs, they hit me up on DM and said, "Is Mitch Kupchak watching your streams with you and Coach Joe?" I said, "It sounds like it."
The minions are the
The
people they know.
interns,
The interns are interns, guys. We talked about the interns. Interns were listening.
they watching my stream, flight stream, DKM streams, AB and hoop jargon. Boy, them interns ain't playing around. Said fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a great show, man.
Good stuff, man. Good
Great
stuff,
stuff.
fellas.
Athletic, you're welcome anytime, brother.
I appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
I heard you on flight, man. So I want, I'm gonna check out the guys that and support. You know what I'm saying? So
Right
like I
on.
said, I want to send you my email, man. I sent Flight Sport Cash App. I'm support you too, man, as well, man. I want you guys to succeed as much as possible, man. Do your thing, man, and expand and grow and studio with all the with all the marbles, man. So I'm down for it all, man. So I just want to see you guys. I want to invest in you guys. I want to see you guys do your thing, man. That's why
My
I
brother,
get onto
man.
these shows. I want to see young men like you and Flight, man, really succeed and get after it. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
I love that. That is so awesome, my brother. And I just want to just shout out and just tell you, my brother, I appreciate you so much coming on the stream as you do, my brother, all the time, and how you lend your time and your efforts to new media, to us changing the narrative. Appreciate you so much for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blessings, brother.
And Coach Joe, Athletic, man, this is what it's all about, building channels, man. Not only just mine, but Flight Sports TV, a good brother, a great man who has an open platform, doesn't switch up. And this is why you should support not only new media, but Flight Sports TV, J&J Video, support that system. Great content. I mean, great content. Claudia Portia Taylor's new channel as well, Ball Out. Hoop jargon.
You guys need to get on a live together. All you guys that have your own show. And what we can do is then you have a master plan, right? So you guys get together and you guys do a show on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night where all you guys will get together and you guys bring in guests. So those guys, then now you're bringing all your crowds together in one. So instead of one guy having 500 people, this guy having 1,500, now you got 10,000 all listening to you guys. You bring in a bigger crowd. So it's a mastermind. You guys should get together, man, and get on the live together and just a mastermind. Just talk about how you guys did what you're doing. So, guys like me, that want to support people, they're here, you, man. And that's what it's about. Just do it, man. Mastermind, plan, execute.
Man, right on. Right on. I like that idea. I've been talking to Flight about that too. I'm definitely gonna have him on the show. And yeah, I like that idea. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. Just imagine a show with you, Ball Facts, Hoop Jargon, Flight Sports, all you guys, the sister, all you guys on one platform talking about it. Right? You bringing all your crowd in one platform. It looks good on everybody.
It sure does, man. Man, the brain is racing, man, in a good way, man.
Yes, sir.
And like we always say, this is the Most High's calling, man. This is destiny. Independent
Facts.
channels.
Man,
And
you
before
are you are what you think, brother. You know what you speak, you put what you put out there is energy, right? So we just want to put out
Facts.
good stuff, man. You know, good
Positive
stuff.
vibes.
That's it. That's it.
High vibrations.
Yes, sir.
exactly, man.
Right. And truth. Because truth is high vibrations. We all be free if we accept the truth.
Powerful, coach. I want to tell everybody, love your family, love your friends, cherish your life. Just be the best you can be. And any last words to you, brothers?
Well, I want to just say, as I always do, family, thank you, family, for coming into the room today, as you always do, lending your voices, your energy. We appreciate it so much. Couldn't do it without you. Okay, and to DJ, the president, appreciate you always, DJ, for your time and your efforts to provide the platform, my brother. It's a beautiful thing, and I love to say, as we go, Ubuntu, because of you, I am. Because of me, you are. We are one. You guys have a blessed and wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.
And blessings, brother. Blessings. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.